It's hard enough transitioning to the city, but it could be even harder when caring for others or if you're separated from your family. Fortunately, there are people and resources here to help.
Hi, my name's Renee Carpenter and I'm from the home community of Waxamong, Ontario. I transitioned here when I was 6 months pregnant with my third son, and I'm here to tell you about some of the barriers you might face as a single parent when you're moving into the city of Winnipeg. One of the biggest barriers I faced when I moved back was finding affordable housing. I accessed some services through a women's support center and they referred me to Manitoba Housing, so I got into housing faster. And from there I applied to another housing agency for Aboriginal families. With housing being one of the #1 barriers that you may face, there's several different housing organizations in Winnipeg that can help you find affordable housing no matter what your family number is. Another one of the barriers I faced was finding daycare for my son. I went back to school when he was 6 months old. I went back to college and I had to find home daycares because the bigger facilities are usually filled. So I would recommend that you not be afraid of sending your child to home daycares, and there's also a website that we'll list in this video. It lists all the daycares available in your area, and if you need subsidy, you can apply online. During my transition, I was a single parent, so I had to access social assistance.
Hi, my name is Barry McPherson. I'm a transitional counselor here at Eutc. I'm originally from Peguis First Nation, and I've been working here at Eutc for 3 years now. So I'm going to be talking about the welfare system here in Winnipeg. It's otherwise known as Employment Income Assistance. There are so many rules and regulations with the EIA that sometimes you feel kind of lost in the system. So I'm just going to give you a couple of pointers of how to go about getting your EIA here in Winnipeg. If you received assistance in your First Nation community, you will need your caseworker from your reserve to write a letter on your behalf stating that you are moving to the city and when you received your last welfare check. You will be required to have a Winnipeg address when applying for welfare in the city. And there's going to be a 1-month waiting period because you received money from your band already. Step 2, you will have to phone the Central Intake Information Line. The telephone number is 204-948-4000. Tell the worker that you wish to apply for assistance. The worker will ask you questions about yourself and your financial situation. This information will be put on an application form and you will be asked to show some identification or any other documents that show your financial situation. You will have to attend an orientation followed by an intake meeting, and then you will be assigned a caseworker if you are eligible to receive assistance.
Don't be afraid or don't be ashamed to access this service because they do provide a lot of supports. You can get subsidized daycare, you can get subsidized housing, and you can get your basic needs, and that's really all you need to get yourself started if you're a single parent in this city.
We hope that this series provides a safe transition for you. Remember, there are resources here to help you with all of your needs. It's all about asking questions and not being afraid.
And remember, just because you're here in the city, you gotta stay connected to your community back home. When you're settled here in the city, you are still a very important part of your community.
I just don't see why they don't want to let me be. I love my life, I've just been trying to be free. I live the ups and downs, I see them every day. Sometimes I wish I could just break these chains